Hello, sports fans, and welcome back to Smash and Grab TV, home of Blood Bowl. We're knee-deep in the Royal Rumble now, and this one's personal, because my team, the Dogs of Waaarrr, are facing my halfling brethren, the Lunchbox Layabouts. Talk about torn loyalties. Who am I? DoubleD, of course, and joining me here at the Munchbox is Tolmandry the Damned. How did you come by that name, Tol?
Good to see you too, DoubleD. Well, as you know, I'm now coaching the prisoners of Asblane Barn, and their captain is Thrug. Now, if you go back many years, I used to coach a team called Thrug and his boys. Exactly the same ogres, and I think we had a losing streak of around 50 matches. So yeah, I was then known as the Damned because my ogres just could not win. But hey, let's give them a second chance.
So why not?
Your Dogs of Waaarrr, they're looking ready to smash some of these horrible little halfling skulls. No offence meant.
No, none taken. It's interesting, I've got to say. Coaching a chaotic team, they're not the easiest to control. But my coach has been training them hard, and yep, they're definitely ready to rumble now. So let's see how things go.
The halfling master chef. Oh, I enjoyed my match against these guys.
It can't be. It can't be. They can't have the halfling master chef because where is my tray?
Huh?
I don't understand.
Have they forgotten about you, DoubleD?
You had a tray.
Oh, they gave me a fantastic platter of food. I loved it. Yeah, I would highly recommend playing against these guys. Oh, I see you've got 2-star players ranged against you there.
Hey,
Willow.
What? Hang on, they're deep root. Who's this other one then?
Willow. He's an elf. The halflings have got an elf on their team. He's an interesting one. He's not very fast.
Very dare they?
Yeah, very strange little character, that one.
What's his? Hang on, I can see him on the left there. Star player. What's his skills that he had there? I can see there was Loner.
Yep. I mean, I think all star players have Loner, which makes it harder for him to use rerolls. But yeah, for an elf, I mean, he must have had some serious injuries in his time because he's only movement 5. Oh, and anyway, sorry, the kickoff is going, and one of your beastmen has been able to go straight under the ball and caught it.
Yes, and I don't know if you spotted, but he's got an extra arm, that beastman.
Oh, fantastic. Where on earth did you get a mutation this early in the season? That's amazing.
Hang on, what's just happened? Why is my Minotaur lying down?
I think your Minotaur...
What just happened there?
Your Minotaur tried to block Willow, and Willow, I don't know, tripped him or did something, and he's on the ground.
Oh, this is not the way my luck is going to go. He's stunned.
He's stunned. Yeah, Willow stunned your Minotaur as the first and only move your team made on turn 1. I mean, that's some... Ah, dear. You see, this is why you should never use big guys first, because they have the loner trait, so even if you have rerolls, which obviously you don't because that halfling master chef has stolen them from you, then you can't reroll.
Oh,
look at these tree men go. I mean, they are pounding your players already. Oh.
Yeah.
I mean, the trouble that guy gave me in the last match.
Yeah, I am not happy with this beginning. I'm glad at least I've got my guy under the ball, that I've got hold of that, so that's a little bit of control. But that Minotaur, that's really thrown me. Sorry, it's the smell wafting up from the pitch as well with that halfling master chef.
Oh, I know. Can I ask you a question? Isn't it written into law that halflings must give their guests food?
Well, yeah, I thought that was the way that it's supposed to be, and of course we are at the Munchbox, which is the home of the Lunchbox Layabouts. I fully expected to get fed, but
I mean, they fed me when they were at my stadium.
Yeah, I don't know if they've forgotten, or if this is some sort of calculated insult, or if, I don't know, maybe their equivalent of Halfling Master Chef for the benefits. Oi!
Oh no! Willow is. Oh, he's gone and stunned another of your players.
Yeah. What is going on with this Willow? Yeah, I don't know. Maybe their equivalent of trying to distract me as the coach is not providing the food.
Well, it's certainly adding a lot of rumbles into this commentary box, and it's not coming from the pitch.
Yeah, and it's not the Royal Rumble either. It's just my stomach. What is going on with this Willow, though? Is he sort of blessed by Nuffle or something? This is just...
He could be, but I have noticed a steady progression. I mean, the first time he took the Minotaur down and stunned it. The second time they were both down, but he stunned his attacker. So maybe third time lucky for your team.
Yeah, I really want to take him out. He's peeing me off now.
Yeah, I'll just leave him. Oh, he's up. He's after one of your beastmen now.
Yeah.
He's very acrobatic, isn't he? I mean, as far as star players go.
Yeah, I'm starting to develop a bit of a hatred for this guy. Okay, well I've got at least the ball is the other side of the pitch to him. I've obviously got a cage that's, well, a semi-cage, a blockade, shall we say. They're hoping, obviously, just to push straight up through the right side.
Oh, your Minotaur's taking on Willow again. Oh no!
What?
Your Minotaur has been stunned twice in the same game by Willow. And it's when the Minotaur is attacking him. I mean, this is just incredible. I'm loving it.
I'm starting to feel like I need a wizard here with the fireball.
Yeah.
This is not acceptable.
Can I just point out, you have now held on to the ball for 3 turns, and it hasn't moved a single space.
Yeah, all right. Well, Willow just double skulled there. He had to use a re-roll. He pushed my Chaos Warrior to the edge. But yeah, that's...
The Lunchbox Layabouts have already used both of their rerolls for this half.
They have, and if you notice there, one of those trees is just rooted as well.
Oh, that's useful for you. I mean, getting rid of one of the trees so that that's one less that they can now try and stop you, assuming you actually start running forward with the ball.
Yeah. I'm a little bit disappointed that this guy has not started shifting yet. I guess maybe they got a little bit too focused on Willow.
They did. I am really quite glad I didn't play these guys at home. I mean, obviously they do have the Prez to Nuffle, which has given them an extra 50,000 discount on each star player, which is how they've been able to afford 2 of them.
Yeah, and that is pretty terrifying to face, I have to say.
Oh, they are dodgy little fellows, these halflings, aren't they?
They are, but at least I've got my Chaos Warrior away from the edge now.
He has, so he's a little bit safer, but he is still standing next to the mighty Willow. Oh, Broccoli has been knocked out. Good job.
Nice to see. Let's see if we can turn this round luck-wise then, shall we?
I mean, don't you feel a tiny bit guilty when you see your fellow halflings knocked out or injured by your own team?
It's not pleasant to see my brethren being taken down, but the fact that it's to do with me and it's for my victory and glory, I think I can just about cope.
Your 3-arm player has finally moved, tried to hand off, and they've dropped the ball. He should have just held on to it.
I think he should. I think the tactic there was probably just to shift right over to the other side of the pitch, of course, where the where the halflings don't have presence. Halflings don't have much of a movement range, so that would have been a nifty little nip round if I'd been able to pull it off. But there we go.
Well, this is it, and with the trees, with 2 of them now rooted as well, it pretty much guarantees you should score this half.
Yeah. Well, let's see what happens, because obviously I've got to pick up that damn ball again now, and that is never a guarantee.
Breaking news: I think Willow's luck has just run out.
Oh, sweet.
Well, to a point. Sweet. He didn't get a skull, but he didn't knock you down either.
No. But I've got 2 free Chaos Warriors and a Minotaur there. Maybe I can mob the little bastard.
Is your Minotaur going to attempt 3 on Willow? I mean, this could get terribly embarrassing if he gets knocked down again.
It really could. Oh, what's going on here?
He's throwing the halflings. Oh, he's landed right next to the ball.
Okay, that is bad news for me. And I always kind of forget that the big guys can throw stunty characters.
Now that's an unusual choice, is blitzing him with your warrior. I would have thought you would have used one of your 2... Oh, he's injured. Cristiano Ronaldo is out of the match. But he's only badly hurt. Yeah.
Well, it's good to see him taken out. I guess the coach had some reason for using the Chaos Warrior rather than the Beastman. Perhaps he thought that the Beastman would be better able to pick up and carry the ball. I'm not sure.
Now, I'm assuming they're probably going to go with the 3-armed Beastman and run down that side where the other Chaos Warrior has just gone forwards, because that side is now less cluttered than the left.
Yeah, potentially. But, of course, this is at the cost of all of these turns. Look, we're on turn 5 now. and we've only just really got the ball and started moving it forward. So
unfortunately,
maybe tricky.
your Minotaur did not stand up. He's just laying there on the floor, rolling around like a little tantruming 2-year-old and yelling at people.
This is the difficulty with big guys like like the Minotaurs, because of course, unlike the ogres and trolls who have stupidity, we've got wild animal, and sometimes they do just get really frenzied and do nothing.
This is it. If you tell them to punch something, they're quite happy, but otherwise they get very confused.
Yeah. And of course, that might explain why he kept going for Willow as well, because just the sheer angriness of sort of being knocked down by him twice.
Well, that's all of your players now away from those 2 trees, so at least they're out of this half. But what's he going to do? Is he going to try and blitz you with one of his halflings?
Hard to tell. He'd have to do a dodge to make it, but I guess
they are stunty. So yes, here we go. he tripped and
ran
fell.
Straight into
Fantastic.
a fist. He thought the fists were both taken care of, but of course that third arm was there just to wallop him.
Now, are you tempted here to? Well, if you were coaching on the sidelines, would you tell your player to go and push them straight into the crowd? There we go. Exactly what I was hoping we were going to see. Yeah, dodge that, you little git.
And an injury.
Stephen Curry has been ripped apart by the crowd.
Nice to see.
Only badly hurt as well. They just basically. Right. I think one of the halflings in the crowd needed a new pot for their stove, so they've gone and taken his helmet home with them. Yeah,
just knock the spikes off and repurpose it. That sounds good to me. Okay, we've got some real momentum now.
Forwards. Oh no! He might have 3 arms, but that doesn't stop him from falling like the best.
I guess he went for it and pushed his luck one bit too far. Oh, that's disappointing.
It is, and I have to say, unnecessary.
Yeah.
At this stage, and now the halfling has not got the ball. No, he's fumbled it.
A fumble.
Oh, now this is getting a bit spicy. Then I was expecting you to be 1-0 up in the next turn or so, but
yeah.
That's amazing. That Minotaur just ran across without a blitz.
Just guarding the ball, I guess. But you're right. It's unusual to use them in that way, because it's definitely harder to get the Minotaur under control when they're not actually attacking.
Oh no.
Oh. Okay,
no.
we got it both down.
This leaves
now plus side.
I think only your Minotaur can score.
Yeah, I mean plus side. He's at least there. You know, I've got somebody who's there, but I've only got 1 turn left for this half, so.
Yeah, I think the only option you could do is blitz the Minotaur and hope he picks up the ball with a 5+. Or is it a 4+?
Does he have to blitz? Oh yeah, of course, because his halfling's just stood up. Oh shoot, and got the ball.
Oh, and he's run off with it. Oh no, I meant purely blitz, because otherwise you can't do it now, as far as I can see.
And the halfling went for a throw and fumbled it.
Yep, he's thrown it behind him.
Yeah.
They're not the best at throws. This is what the Minotaur likes doing.
Yeah, so we've got the frenzy, of course. There's going to be a second roll of the dice.
Oh, and he's got him down.
The halfling out.
And you've got Mighty Blow, so are you going to break through the little guy's armour? He's not.
Yes!
There goes Ed Sheeran. Now, are you going to try and do something with Willow before the end of this first half?
Well, it would be nice to, but of course I'm not in control. That's down to my coach at the bottom there.
Oh, indeed. He is being ganged up on. What do you reckon? Are we going to see a block followed by a foul if he does? Oh, he's not even fallen down. And he's got sidestep.
Yeah.
That's
See, without sidestep, I would have pushed him in and had another go at him, but of course now he's...
Oh, you're going for the craft. I think you've forgotten how many turns you've got left.
Yeah.
Or your coach has, I should say.
Yeah. I mean, just even a pass there to get some star player points would have been something, but...
Indeed.
To be honest, I mean, just looking at it, I'm still horrified by how the beginning of this went with the...
with the Minotaur.
With the fumbles against... Yeah, with the Minotaur against Willow, and just... It's thrown me completely, so I really wouldn't blame Holder-Halfto if he's got put off by the whole thing as well.
Yeah, I mean, he is a strength 4 elf, which is just so unusual.
Yeah.
What's he doing? He's throwing a halfling.
Okay, interesting.
Why? What was the point of that?
I do not know. Perhaps he thought he could use him as a weapon. I'm not sure.
Maybe. Of course, with the new version, they are far more dangerous as weapons. They can be thrown into a crowd of other players and bounce from one to the other and knock the whole lot down. It's like Skittles with halflings as the balls.
Yes, and when we finally make the move to the Blood Bowl 3, we'll obviously be seeing some of that. But for now, we're sticking where we are.
We are, and it looks like you've lost a reroll again because that halfling chef.
But only one this time.
You have, and I was given an amazing plate of food during half time. I have to say, it was very tasty.
But you've eaten it already?
I couldn't bring it back up to the box. I felt it would be unnecessarily cruel to you.
No, I think you're now being unnecessarily cruel to me.
I think you might be right. Call it mild vindictive revenge.
That's fine. That's fine.
Now, this is an interesting layout that your team are in. So what does your coach call that setup then? I mean, as a defensive setup, a very strong team against a very weak team, and most of the players are standing as far away as they can. What's going on?
Yeah, I really don't know. I'm going to have words with Halfter about this, because this is... It's not how I would want to set it up. Hang on, who's kicking now?
I'm kicking to him. Halflings, yes. Yeah, Nogri Ogrison is going to receive.
Yeah, I think I should have been a little bit more aggressive with the setup there, but I'll have a chat with him about that for next time. So we've got nice weather still.
Yeah,
only an extra square.
I mean, I'm afraid that's quite nicely set up for the halflings.
Yeah.
Of course,
they do have to go some here,
11, even though they have 2 players in the injury box, they still have 11 players on the pitch because of their 2-star players.
Yeah, and it's the benefit, of course, of having cheap cheap players is that you can, you can sort of pack them out a little bit more. It's less of a danger when you do lose the odd halfling.
It is, and I'm afraid Willow has started the second half just like the first and knocked out one of your Chaos Warriors. But we have a tree who is already rooted in the centre of the pitch.
Okay. So a little bit of luck coming my way.
This is it. I mean, it means you can now completely avoid one of his 11 players. So essentially, you're both down to 10 players now.
Good.
Even though one of them acts a bit like a bollard in the middle of the pitch. That is the problem with trees. While they can technically still keep on doing stuff, they can only do it within arm's reach. Oh, we've got a fumble.
We have. So that's one reroll wasted, really, for Nogri Ogrison.
And look at that little guy trundling along.
Yeah, he's managed to move the ball forward quicker than I did, so...
He's actually moved it. It was turn 4 before your player who caught it during the kick actually took a move. Sorry. Am I rubbing it in a touch?
Salt in the wound. Oh, it's a foul!
Oh, he's hitting him with a ham hock, and he's injured him!
Oh, Llewellyn. And that was a groin strain. He's going to be out the next game.
He is. Missed next game. Oh. Well, at least you can get a journeyman in his replace. He might be slightly more useful than your current players, to be fair.
Yeah, this is really just not going well for me. Okay, come on, boys.
Well, like I was saying, we now have a tree stuck. We've now got the halflings are slowly trundling their way down the pitch, obviously trying to score. I mean, Nogri Ogrison is a well-renowned coach, and I wouldn't... Oh dear, you're wild Arnold again. This is why you should always blitz. Oh, you did? He tried to blitz. Oh, and he's still wild
Arnold. And
animal.
that's the trouble. Yeah, when you wild animal with a blitz, you lose that blitz for anybody else, so that's a real frustration.
That is, definitely. Oh, and the trees are off again.
Oh, I'm going to have to try and fell one of them, I can tell.
Yeah, I mean, it's that big star player. I just don't like him. He can't even take root.
No. It's a bit ironic, really, considering his name is Deep Root.
It is, isn't it? Yeah, Deep Root no more.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's going on there? I am wondering if he's now positioning himself to be able to throw the halfling using the rooted tree man.
Ah.
Yes, he's just run next to him, so he's now positioned himself to do exactly that if he needs to.
Yeah, well, either one of them, isn't it? Yeah. So I'm going to have to try and come around the side. Oh, and that's, of course, why he's brought Willow there, to make it even harder for me to get round to that ball carrier.
It is, and twice this match, Willow has succeeded in using his loner reroll.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a serious box around that ball carrier. I don't think you're going to be able to get directly into him, but maybe you can do some damage somewhere.
Yeah, or even just get a tackle zone on him so that he's harder to throw successfully.
Oh, Egg Sheeran's knocked out again. The poor little lad. That's 2 knockouts in one game. If he's not careful, he's going to with a cracked skull or something.
To be honest, he's so dreadful at karaoke. I think that was a deliberate targeted attack.
I think it might have been, yeah.
Vengeance for last night's pre-game piss up.
Right, so what are you going to do? Do you reckon your Minotaur's going to run in there and try and smash his way towards the ball?
Well, we've got a blitz coming in, but it's against... Is that a halfling?
It is a halfling.
Okay, that seems kind of pointless. Oh, okay. Oh. Well, I thought he was going to dodge around and get a tackle zone on. What did he do that for?
I suppose it looks like your coach has decided... Oh, you're a wild animal again. He's surrounding them so that it makes it harder for him to get through, but I am concerned that you are going to see a flying halfling coming up.
Well, if we do, hopefully he's going to land badly.
That's not the tree man I thought who's gone through. Here he goes, and he's landed.
Oh, deep root, you bastard.
He scored. Oh, what a touchdown. Absolutely immense.
Can't fault it. That was really nicely done.
Oh, look at that. He's still got some leftovers from the halfling chef. That does look scrummy.
He's showing off as well, because I still haven't had my flipping meal. What a gift.
Yeah, I mean, at this rate, I'm worried you're going to start gnawing on my leg.
Well, I'll be honest, it's looking quite tasty. If it wasn't for the fact that you're always slightly rotting, I'd be tempted, but maybe not.
Oh, now the good news for your team, of course, yeah. So we're 1 halfling down, but at least your Chaos Warrior has woken up. So I think it's 10 apiece for this next. Well, what I assume will be the final drive of the match.
Yeah, we've got... let's have a look now. I'm on turn 11. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more goes to get that ball and get it up the pitch and score.
Now, of course, the halflings are now kicking the ball back to you. So hopefully your 3-armed beastman can do his stuff and pick up that ball. I mean, that is such a useful mutation.
Yes. The third arm, when it started coming out, I was absolutely delighted to see that. Is... By the way, 3 arms the maximum a character can get with the mutation. You can't get a 4th.
I believe at one point there was a Skaven player who was actually trying for his 6th arm, but he ended up strangling himself to sleep in it while he was asleep. So I wouldn't recommend trying for more than 3.
Okay, fair enough.
They literally have a mind of their own.
And it's off. We've got a pitch invasion.
Oh dear, this could go bad. I mean, if half your team is stunned, this is one of your least favourite events, isn't it, during a start?
Do you know what? The amount of times in my time as a coach I have been hit by a pitch invasion, you would not believe.
And do you know what I think, Sam? All 3 of his trees are standing.
Yeah, that's mean, isn't it?
It is.
So 2 of my beastmen at the front are lying down stunned. 2 of his halflings are stunned as well, but it doesn't feel like a fair trade.
No. Beastman for halfling.
Yeah.
It looks like you might be ganging up on one of the trees. Oh,
loner.
Honestly,
and
that
wild
Minotaur
animal
has not been very effective this match.
No, it's been a real poor showing by him. Okay, well, at least we got the ball and the ball's moving forward. We got a failed trip. A failed trip,
he's on
failed
the ground,
dodge.
And he's knocked out. Mistress quickly is quick no more.
Sickening.
Yep.
And I wish I could say that it's all to do with luck, but to be honest, the coach has not been doing a good job here. Half toe may become no toe at the end of this. He might become 9 toes, as it were.
Yeah, it might grow back. You know what it's like with these Chaos teams. They can get all kinds of little lumps and bumps appearing that can turn into anything. Did you initially wonder if it was actually... Oh, wait a minute. He's failed his loner roll.
Down.
Willow is down.
But not injured, unfortunately.
But now that is a complete turnaround of Nuffle. I mean, this is why we say Nuffle gives and Nuffle takes, and this time he has taken away from that player.
Yeah, he really has. Oh, we just got a movement.
Oh,
I thought he was going to blitz.
On the other hand,
we're making
nice cage.
Yeah, I was going to say making a cage for the ball carrier to run into, and actually it's good here to see players going up on both sides of the pitch, because it leaves the halfling team unsure as to which way I'm going to go and where to defend from, where to attack, where I'm going to be heading to next. So that encircling can be quite a tasty little way of confusing the opponent.
Yep. Something I would like to say, your team are doing so much better already against this team than mine did.
Yeah?
Remind
me how your team fared against them. I can't quite remember what the score was.
No, I'm not going there. No.
Okay.
But I think you've done all right. Your first match, you had a draw, didn't you? So.
Yes. I drew against the Goblins. A new Mork gets, but I'm hoping for a win. I mean, I think a win's unlikely at this point.
Against your Beastman.
Yeah. Well, if I can manage a dodge out of there, perhaps I can actually get an equaliser in, and that will be, well, better than a loss, I suppose.
You wouldn't consider maybe a blitz would be a better action to take to try and remove him from there?
Oh, well, I suppose with the Minotaur, yeah, potentially.
Although the Minotaur's up against...
Oh, we've got a death! Mountjoy!
Oh, well, it looks like you're going to be 2 Beastmen down for your next match, then.
Well, hang on a minute, haven't I got an apothecary?
I think you used it.
Where's the apothecary?
You used it to stop the other Beastman from being knocked out, and so he's only stunned.
For God's sake, what a waste!
You're going to have words with your coach. I mean, you've got to save that for deaths and serious injuries.
Yeah.
Not a knockout result.
No. I'll be honest, I'm thinking I'm going to have to replace that coach. Do you know of anybody who's available, or who might be up for a defection?
I'm sure there's plenty of Nobblers that you can have. They'd be fantastic as coaches. Okay, let's see what you can do. I mean, you're fast running out of turns, it has to be said, and if you're going to equalise, it's got to be done soon.
Yeah, it's got to be a swift drive up that left-hand side, isn't it? So here we go. We're blocking off the halflings, making it harder for them to come at me.
That's an interesting choice of blitz. I would have thought the blitz would have been saved for the left-hand side of the pitch.
No, we've got our successful dodge. We're halfway up the opponent's half now, so hopefully we can get a touchdown in the next
Minotaur on halfling action.
Go on, my son!
Is he down? Come on!
Is he dead?
Oh,
Nothing,
just stunned.
Dudo Spinacher. What a stupid name.
Yeah, well, halflings, you all have stupid names. I mean, DoubleD.
Oi,
what?
Shut your face.
Did I say that out loud? Okay, the halflings are now attempting to try and block you from scoring. I mean, it's not going to be easy for them. I think they only have the 2 halflings in range of your Beastman.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's a little bit touch and go still, isn't it?
It is. I just hate Deep Root. I mean, he occupied one of my ogres the entire game. He's gone and taken root, so you've got a tree man out of action. Fantastic.
Okay, good to know. Ooh, we've got a failed dodge on the halfling side there.
And he's out of rerolls. It looks like you're about to get your equaliser there, DoubleD.
Come on now, boy. Come on.
There are not many coaches that can say they beat Nogri Ogrison, and I'm only saying that because I didn't.
Yes!
Well played.
Yes! Okay, we got our equaliser.
Is the time for you to go and sneak a third, or is the time for the halflings to get one by throwing a halfling straight over the top of your players' heads?
Well, hopefully my coach will have learned from his mistake last time and not let that happen, but I guess we'll have to see.
Yeah, well, time
Just realised those pom-poms being shaken around there, they're not normal pom-poms, are they?
No, I believe they are the severed heads of players or prisoners that have been executed.
I don't know, the look at the teeth, I only caught a glimpse, but I almost wondered if they were squigs.
They could well be, actually. Maybe they're actually shaking their squigs. Yes. I think you could be right. Okay,
I'm not sure I'd want to have one that close to me, to be honest.
So this is the final drive. I mean, surely if you're going to try and score in 2 turns, you need your players up at the front. Tell your coach.
I'm not going to tell my coach. I'm going to sack my coach. I'm going to show him the replay whilst I'm trimming his toes down to the stubs.
One at a time for every mistake.
And then I'm going to feed him to some hideous beast of Nurgle or something. And I'm going to get a replacement because I cannot be doing with this.
No. Isn't he your cousin, though?
Well, he used to be.
You do have a lot of relatives. I mean, you halflings do kind of breed like rabbits.
Well, and interbreed. It's got to be said, we are nothing if not lovers of family. And unfortunately, sometimes that does
go there.
it does sometimes involve some idiocy being bred. But there we go.
Oh, you could have done with him dropping that ball, but he's bringing it forward.
Yeah.
He's taken a sprint. I think he's going to hand off so he can throw his. Yep. No, it's a
fumble, and a loner. Come on, excellent.
Oh.
I mean, honestly, that could have landed better for me. But at least it's not in his hands.
I think
so. Turn 15.
It's going to be a struggle to get anything but a draw, I would imagine, at this point.
Yeah, I think so. So we're knocking onto the ball there, hoping, I guess, it comes forward, and it has come forward.
It did, and then it bounced back into the hands of the halfling. Such a shame.
Yeah.
Oh, now this, I just have to give your coach some credit. He is now preparing for a halfling to be thrown over the top.
Yeah. So he's clearly learned a little bit, at least, from his mistake, and that might save him from death, but it's still not going to save him from... No, it's still not going to save him from the torture and from the sacking, I'm afraid. But at least he's put a little bit of thought into that.
He has. I mean, it's still going to be possible, I think, for the halfling to sprint around the edge, but at least there are some tackle zones in the way, making it a little bit trickier.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Deep Root is trying to kill one of your players on the final turn. And here we go. This is the attempt. We are having a throw here, and he's lobbed him down the pitch.
A failure to land, though.
And he's stunned. Yeah, Banana is stunned, and that ends the match. That was a good one.
It was a terrible one. I'm sorry.
You've still got an attempt. What is your Minotaur doing? I've never...
Oh, dear.
I've never seen a Minotaur do that.
I don't even know what he was trying to do there.
He was getting carried away and thinking, what can I do? Let's go and pick up the ball. Yeah, good old Minotaurs.
Okay. So, as far as I'm concerned, not a good match. I should have destroyed him. I felt like my coach there did a terrible job.
Well,
1-1 is swallowable.
It's a second draw for you. I mean, this isn't bad going.
Yeah.
And one of your Chaos Warriors has gained themselves an upgrade, as has one of the trees.
Yes, Charles VI. We've got a MVP for him. I think I saw there as well. So, yeah.
I mean, considering the possession there, 18% was the entire possession by the Lunchbox Layabouts, and I think you were unlucky to only get a draw.
I'd like to have seen a better showing for my team, and I'm really going to be drilling them, I think, for the next one. But yeah, 2 draws. I mean, it's better than 2 losses, but I really could have done with a win. If this competition is going to go my way, I'm going to need to up the game, and that means hiring in a proper coach, I think, a better coach.
It is. Take root, 6 failures. That's a 1 in 3, so that's a really high rate of taking root.
Yeah. It's funny, actually, the way it turned, because, I mean, in terms of my wild animal as well, it really felt like the dice was against both of us there.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you can see there you've got 4 wild animal failures out of 12. Yeah, that's harsh. Really harsh, especially seeing as most of them were from blocks or blitzers.
Yeah.
You know, that was a good game, but I'm just looking. I'm afraid the fans have just taken the rest of the food that the Halfling Master Chef had finished cooking.
No!
It looks like every single stall is now empty, I'm afraid, DoubleD.
I rely on leftovers. This will not stand. It's not acceptable behaviour.
You could cook
what now?
You do have a dead beast man, bit of barbecue.
Mountjoy surprise.
Yeah. It's got to be worth a try.
I could spit roast him.
You could.
Yeah. Good call. Excellent. Good call. Waste not, want not, as they say. All right. Well, that's it from round 2, match 2 here at the Royal Rumble. Thank you once again for joining me, Tull, and thank you to all of our millions, I'm sure, of viewers for tuning in. We will catch you next time with round 3. Who's playing round 3? Remind me.
It's my team against the Skaven. I'm against the Rat Street Kids.
Ooh.
So that could be entertaining.
Yeah. Versus ogres.
It's not like I let the halflings run circles around me.
Yeah, small and fast. Okay. Well, that's one to look forward to. I guess we'll see you then.
Indeed.
Thank you and good night.
Cheerio, everyone.